welcome to Tabletop Gaming, the home of cool things like this. This is a monthly magazine that we publish every single month. If you like board games, you should absolutely check it out. I'm Charlie, and today we're going to be taking a look back at Exploding Kittens again with their new venture, which is Zombie Kittens. Now, in typical Charlie fashion, this came through the post, I got very, very excited about it, and I've decided we're going to do an unboxing on it. So, we'll find out together what sort of things we're looking at, but ultimately it's like a if you're dead, you're not out style that potentially removes the player elimination side of things, but we'll take a look inside and see what's going on. Now, it's fair to say that Exploding Kittens have been sort of ramping up their production schedules recently. We just had Cat Burglar Edition come out, which I did a video on, so we'll put the link to that in the description so you can have a look at that. But it's time for brains. Let's take a look at Zombie Kittens. Okay, so some context while I get this open. This is sort of an expansion, but also not. You can buy this and just play this one if you want to. You haven't got to have the original game, but you can combine it so that you end up with both of them. Exploding Kittens, of course, is one of the most popular games, I think, that went to Kickstarter. Certainly it smashed records at the time, which have then been since beaten, but it's one of those that you can see on the shelves in Waterstones. You can probably find it in your local Tesco's. It's everywhere, and most people will have played a version of it. So why not pick up a shiny new version, I suppose is the logic with this. Now this one is for 2 to 5 players, it's for ages 7 and over, and we've got our typically quite nice box. It's nice and small. Not a fan of massive inserts, have said this before, but at least this is like reasonably sized. This is what I would expect for a card game. And the really nice thing about Exploding Kittens is they have the oatmeal illustrations. So they are quite quirky and quite silly humoured, which is always quite fun when you're doing something silly. My favourite part has, and I will maintain saying this every single time we talk about Exploding Kittens, there is a nope card that can stop your opponent from doing something. So if they're trying to steal your card, you can pop down a nope card and say, nope, you can't do that. And it is the single most satisfying moment in board gaming, just to be able to do that to someone that thinks that they've got you, and you can be like, no you don't. Anyway, as per normal, Exploding Kittens are great for rules. They pop immediately, hey, don't read the rules, go basically watch them because it makes more sense. And to be fair, it is a bit easier to consume. But as for rules, this is it, and that does include a sample turn as well. So a good chunk of this is the extra rules, so things like being dead, coming back to life, and how the game ends this time. But we've got a ton of new cards too, so we'll take a look at some of the fun ones because I like the artwork, and we'll start with those Exploding Kittens themselves. So these ones are seemingly more zombie themed than your usual set, which is good fun and makes quite a lot of sense as well. That's really cute. That's your little witch potion gone wrong, and our Frankenstein version. And that means that you immediately explode, okay? So in theory, that's you out of the game. If you pull one of those and you don't have a diffuse card that allows you to stop it, that's you out. So the change in this game is that instead of having that diffuse card, you have the Zombie Kitten card, and the Zombie Kitten card replaces the diffuse card unless you're merging the deck. So if you're just playing with this version, you only have your Zombie Kitten cards. Now these, so instead of exploding, secretly put an Exploding Kitten back in the draw pile and bring a dead player back to life, which is really interesting because you almost don't want to use it. And I think that's probably like the big twist in this game, is that rather than normal when you have a diffuse card you save yourself and that's it, so why on earth wouldn't you use it? You're going to have to be a little bit more tactical this time, because whilst also using the diffuse card, somebody else is coming back into the game. Now, are they going to start with anything in particular? No, like they're unlikely to then start with one of these cards to then be able to stop you, but it's like another chance at life, and in such a way that's a little bit like, do I really want so-and-so to come back? They seem to play quite tactically, or I want so-and-so to come back because I can read their face, so I know exactly what cards they've got. Now, that isn't where this has stopped. That's the key difference in the game. So Exploding Kittens have a really sort of interesting way of bringing out new versions of a standard game. It's Exploding Kittens. If you like Exploding Kittens, here are different things you can do. Do you desperately need it? No. Could you play with the original deck and just use the zombie rule on the diffuse cards? Yes, but there are some quite nice additions. So if you do get this one, you're not out of pocket, like you're not going to feel begrudged by having spent the money. Now, part of that is because it's all new artwork as well. So these attack cards, for example, these are all different to what they are. You've got sort of the silly little humour that comes in. You've got zombie gift tickets to some terrible zombie stand-up. Burn some bread to summon a toast ghost. There's a decapitated card as well, which is super cute. There's all sorts of like cute silliness. You've got vampire cat, you've got clairvoyance, get stronger Wi-Fi for your cauldron. And you can see they follow the same set of Exploding Kittens rules. So if you can play one, you can play this. And it does quite nicely, as always, tell you at the bottom what happens. So you can see there this favour card, and that's what it does right there. And going a little bit further through, there are some more cards that refer specifically to the dead player. So we've got pick a dead player. All living players except you must choose one card from their hand to give to them to play at any time. So that's interesting, so they remain in the game in that way. Or dead players must return a card to the draw pile, which generally is quite good because it is a player elimination game. So once you're out, you're out. And because the games are so short, you don't normally mind. But it can be quite frustrating if you've had a bad run of cards and are absolutely stuck and are out within the first little bit, and then you just have to sit and watch your friends play. This sort of eliminates that. We'll show you just a couple more because I think it's really cute. We've got my favourite cards, which is the Nope. We've got Vincent van Nope. We've got, look at that little cutie pie, strut around in a luxurious Nope cloak. I really like it. It's the sort of thing that makes me smile. I know it's not everybody's humour and a lot of people struggle with Exploding Kittens for that reason, but it's something that I quite like. So, and that's mostly it. I would recommend, obviously, if you pick this game up, to go through and watch and see all the differences and sort of see what you think of it, but it's got good impressions. I'm unsure on the price. If I find it out, I'll be able to pop it in the description for you. I think as one, if you've either not played Exploding Kittens for a while, fancy something a bit different, this could be hopefully quite a nice, cheap, well-priced one to pick up. Or if you are picking up maybe your first copy of Exploding Kittens, why not start with Zombie Kittens for something a little bit different, and then you can merge it with Exploding Kittens later if your friends have a copy, which they probably will. But so far, at least, I appreciate this being a rather quick video. Fair amount of it to like. Now with that, I would say thank you so much for watching. You should definitely like and subscribe. If you enjoy Exploding Kittens, we've done a couple of videos on their products before, so I'll pop links to those in the description so you can go check those out. If you enjoy board gaming, check out our magazine. I'll pop the link to our website, which also includes things like news, features and reviews, as well as that funky magazine and some cool things like mystery boxes and our game store. So tons to see. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.